Okay, we are live and ready to go. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are. This is the final stream for the Ultimate Living Origin Form Pokédex Kanto edition, at least in terms of getting the actual members. Good morning, Awkward. I will probably need to do a handful of streams after this to level everything up, because I think that's the consensus, is that we want to evolve all of the Pokemon that haven't been evolved yet, so that it is fully complete before we move on to Hoenn. So that might also be today and a little bit down the line, but yeah. In terms of captures, we are on the precipice of getting the final one. Just to recap here for a moment, this is all of the Kanto decks. The only things that are not checked off in here are the regional forms that come in later generations, so these are obviously not obtainable at present. But everything else, normal and shiny, we have obtained. All of these Pokemon, all of the gender forms, all of the future variants that will eventually be evolved, they are all covered here, and that amounts to 353 Pokemon. But there's one more, the 354th, and that is Shiny Mewtwo, which we intentionally saved. I didn't want to end on the egg RNG. That would have been a bit anticlimactic, so this is how we're going to end it. And I will say, you know, I do need to take a minute, because this Mewtwo is a beast. I don't think you all understand. This Mewtwo is freaking nuts. So let's just take a look at the spread I have here in the 10 lines. So this is the one that I eventually decided to aim for. It has perfect HP, 30 defense, perfect special attack, and then the rest, there's no stat below 15. 15 is actually its lowest, and that's its attack, which it's not even going to use anyway. So, yeah, so this is a really, really strong Mewtwo, which is great because it'll be nice to have like a really powerful Pokemon to use later, but it's not so great in terms of actually catching it. I think it's going to make the capture a lot harder. So I have some strategies in mind, but we will hopefully be able to power through. Just to kind of outline everything. The advances in-game are very short, so it's only 580 frames away from the start of the game. So that's basically me just like button mashing constantly once I start the game. And the seed takes about a minute, so about double as long as that usually takes. But this should be something that I knock out fairly quickly, all things considered, just because it's really not that long of a wait overall. So maybe it'll be anticlimactic, but of course the capture in a Pokeball is what's really going to make or break this thing. So, I don't know, are y'all ready? I think it's time. I'm saved. Let me just make sure this is... Okay, yeah, so Magneton's in the front. Also, we have this Aerodactyl and this Krabby just hanging out. If you know, you know why those guys are there. But yeah, so the idea is I'm going to try to paralyze the Mewtwo with Magneton first turn. Then I'm going to use Smokescreen to get its accuracy down 6 stages. And then hopefully I can swap Magneton back in and it'll just survive with leftovers and whatnot. It can survive at least one hit from Psychic, even with the 31 Modest Mewtwo. So yeah, let's just jump in, why don't we? No point in wasting any more time drawing this out anymore. And I think all my settings in Eon Timer are correct, but the calibration's probably not super spot on. I'll need to do a couple of trials, so let's see what happens. I, of course, also need to be on seed to really dial this in, so maybe I'll struggle with that. Sometimes I do. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's been a 7-month-long journey with Kanto, And this is probably going to be one of the longer generations before we get to Gen 6. Gen 6 is probably going to be really drawn out, but before that, I think every other generation is going to go a little faster. So we really took our time, really savored Kanto, which I guess is appropriate because it's the first region and, you know, give it some love. Not that Game Freak doesn't already give it plenty of love. But yeah, the capture is going to be, it's going to be something. We'll see. Good morning, Utah. Good morning, everybody. All right, that, something I need to figure out is the Mewtwo generated when I click it or when I initiate the battle? It seems like it's a similar thing with like Zapdos or the birds. I'm gonna check real quick. If I was like really early, then I'll know. Okay. These are some big numbers. I'm used to typing in Abra's stats from the game corner, so this is just like super blown up. Okay, I was on seed and I was that was 580. What am I going for? What's my target? 580. Okay. Oh, I was one frame late. I was one frame late first try. If I'd been one frame earlier, I would have gotten it. Well, that answers that question. Mewtwo is generated when you start the battle, not when you initially click on it. So, good to know. And also, that means my calibration was already spot on. At least no rare candies, yeah. Level 70 is plenty high to get a good read on the IVs. Plus, with the legendaries too, I think that well, actually, would it be easier or harder? I think if it was a low-level legendary, it'd actually be harder to sort out, but yeah, it's a high level, so it's okay. This game is too easy for you? Well, let's see. Maybe that was beginner's luck. I don't know. Wouldn't that been crazy, though, if I just got the shiny Mewtwo first rip? That would have been nuts. We need to build it up a little bit. We can't just rush through this. This is the final entry. All right. Since I know I'm pretty close, I'll just I'll give it a couple more tries without checking, and then we'll see. I could be off on the initial seed, which is usually what I struggle with the most. Or I could be 1 or 2 frames off with the A-press. The EXP strat, to the best of my knowledge, the optimal way to do it is to cycle rebattle some ace trainers on 7 Island, I think. One of the 7 islands. Because they have a lot of EXP. You can battle them over and over again, and there is a house right next to them where you can heal your Pokemon. So that is my understanding is that is the optimal place to farm EXP. All right, before I do reset over this guy, I want to check... oh, I didn't actually mean to hit that. Okay, yeah, Swift isn't going to do much. You're modest. Well, this isn't the modest one, but... yeah, okay, I want to see generally how much this does. Yeah, I think even with modest, it'll still survive first turn. Okay. I'll go ahead and check what this is. So many numbers. Okay, I was 1 seed early on frame. So we're right on the precipice. We're really dialed in already. Hey Gucci, yeah, I'm glad you can make it. I was, as you know, I was originally planning to do this yesterday, a little bit later, but I had some things come up, so it all kind of worked out. Now everybody can be hanging out. I think that's the way to do it. I'm not used to the seed being this long of a wait. It's kind of weird. Gucci, I will never admit it. And hello! Shiny Mewtwo. Already. I mean, didn't think it was going to be terrible, but let's see if my strat actually works for this. And because the hard part was never getting Shiny Mewtwo to appear. The hard part is going to be to capture this thing in a Pokeball. I would be very surprised if this thing... if I get this within the first encounter. But we will see. So, yeah, the strat is I'm going to lower its accuracy. Ooh, first turn Psychic. Charizard can take that. Yeah, okay, you can take that, all right. Let's go ahead and just dump some smoke screens here. Yep, good. 1, 2, I need 6 of them. 3... 4... Don't kill me, please. Okay, good. Good, good. 5... Awesome. Okay, great. So it's paralyzed and it's -6 accuracy. This is exactly where I want it to be. And now I don't need to switch Charizard out yet. I can actually just let it die when it needs to die. So now, how much is an Aerial Ace going to do? Oh, that's not very much at all, actually. All right, what about Flamethrower? Okay, a little bit too much, actually, but for our purposes, it'll be fine. It'll eventually recover anyway. All right. So, here we are. Isn't this going to be fun? 2 shakes in the first ball's not bad. That is not bad at all. Krabby is the key. If you're right about that, that would be nice, but no. And we get to listen to the red bar sound constantly. That's nice. First ball would have been nuts, yeah. Maybe I don't want first ball because, you know, it's anticlimactic. Okay, so now the hope is that Magneton, with its leftovers recovery and the occasional hit by Psychic, it'll just kind of hang out because Mewtwo has low accuracy and it's paralyzed, so it's not likely it's going to land a Psychic a lot. Red bar ASMR. Hey, there's something to that. Bad for retention, exactly. Really, this Mewtwo is doing exactly what I need it to for the algorithm. Also, okay, not a fan of you throwing out a Psychic right away, but you did miss it, so it's fine. So the reason I want Pokeball over Master Ball, that's the criteria for all the entries in this challenge, is that I want everything in the same ball, if I can. And a Pokeball is the only, well, Pokeball that I can get most entries in. Especially in Gen 3. Well, actually, what generation do they introduce Pokeballs being passed down in breeding? I think it's like 6 or 7. So all the Pokemon that I would have to breed prior to that just wouldn't be able to do. Also, Jesus Christ. Mewtwo, you're just like going through these paras, getting these Psychics out of the way. You also haven't used Recover once since you've been injured, which is kind of wild. Damn, this Mewtwo... this Mewtwo is not playing around, dude. I actually think I will probably use a healing item here. It's probably best use of my resources for now. Because it's used like 5-6 Psychics already. Also, that would have killed me, so good thing I healed. But anyway, I digress. I just want all the Pokemon to be in similar Pokeballs. And so by choosing the Pokeball, I've then limited it to Pokeballs and Cherish Balls are the only Pokeballs used for the challenge between the normally caught Pokemon and the event Pokemon. That does mean, though, that catching something like Mewtwo is going to be really tough. Catching the legendaries and Pokeballs is not easy. So... balls are stored in the mob. Not really sure where you're going with that, but I won't look into that anymore. There we go. Now you're using Recover. I do think it's an interesting aspect of the challenge, though. You know, like having to. What do I want to do? I think Tri Attack and Spark do about the same, but it's a lot. Oh, actually, I think Spark does maybe a little bit more. But having to catch everything in a Pokeball, it does add a difficulty element as well. Which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, definitely want to use Spark when I can. Okay. I don't know if I can outpace Recover now. Guess I'm just gonna have to get lucky. Get it below half health. I just gotta say stuff. You certainly do. Oh, that's a crit. Alright, so now we're back in the yellow where we want to be. For those who don't know, I actually max out the catching odds if it's below half health and paralyzed. The only thing better would be if it was asleep, but I don't want to continuously put it to sleep. That's not as optimal as just having it paralyzed. Oh. Do I want to count recovers? I don't know. Oh, I got another crit. Very well timed. As you just saw, if I need to RNG this Mewtwo again, then I will. But with the -6 accuracy and the paralysis, even if it runs out of power points, I'm still going to get quite a few attempts to catch it before it KOs itself. And you landed another psychic. You sly dog, you. Alright, well, if I die this next turn, then I die. So what? Oh my god! 2 psychics in a row? That's some BS, to be honest, but that's not awful, because Blastoise is probably going to be a little better in bringing this guy to half health anyway. So I'll throw some balls until it uses Recover, then I'll revive Magneton and go from there. Yeah, I have a lot of revives. I have enough healing items, so it'll be fine. I'm prepared. Unlike maybe some previous attempts, I'm prepared for this. Oh yeah, should I send out Krabby? Oh, okay, no, use Recover. Should Krabby make an appearance as well as the level 5 Aerodactyl? Do I want to use... I have a Max Revive, right? That would probably be best. Let's use my Max Revive. Okay. And that's probably optimal that you used Recover there. I don't think... Yeah, let's use Waterfall. It's a little less powerful. See how much that does. Oh, that's... I could still probably get away with using Surf next time, but... We'll do this. And let's maybe do Strength. Okay. Oh, there we go. Just not quite enough. Okay, that's good. Well, if Blastoise faints, then yeah, I'll send out Krabby. You have my word. It would best if Krabby was sent out after it runs out of PP. Thank you, Bravely Horizon. Appreciate you stopping by. At least PP is logged, yeah. Honestly, I don't know if it would be better if it had infinite PP or not, considering then I would theoretically have an infinite encounter, whereas now that it runs out of PP, I only have a limited number of turns before it kills itself. So... yeah, Recover used to be infinite. That would be awful. And that's a well-timed crit. And that's an unfortunate Recover. I guess my Blastoise is going to run out of power points itself, thanks to pressure. Oh. Wait, was that a crit or was that normal? I don't want it to be too low on health by the time it runs out of PP, because the more health it has, the more chances I have before it dies. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Wild Encounters had infinite PP too, in the first game, or maybe even the first 2 games. First 2 generations. Okay, Gucci. It's too early. Too early for this. We are, however, seemingly very close to an appearance from our good old boy Krabby. I don't think Blastoise is long for this world. And surely, has it used all its Psychics yet? I'm pretty sure it's got to be at least close. You're on it for counting the PowerPoints. I appreciate that, Gucci. All right. I am in torrent range, yeah, torrent range, so my water attacks are going to do more, so let's just use waterfall just to be safe. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, y'all are all over the world, aren't you? Gucci's 12 hours ahead of me. Awkward's an hour behind me. All right. Once again, the red bar music to my ears. All right, let's see if one surf will do it from this health. Not quite. $4:26 p.m. Oh, I'm still alive. You do unfortunately know her? Yeah, I mean, it is unfortunate, isn't it? Blastoise is really hanging on here, though. Do I want to use maybe another waterfall here? Yeah, that's ideal. Krabby's ready. Put me in, coach. Yeah, let's see. You're probably 426. That's Europe, right? Somewhere in Europe, or I don't know. Why does it have safeguard? Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure it makes it difficult a lot of times for people to status it, to capture it, so maybe that's just one of the added barriers. The people at Game Freak were sadistic enough to realize that if you give it a move that prevents status, you make it even harder to catch than it already is. I'm also running out of power points for my water moves, so getting it below half health is going to be a lot harder. This would be a great time, by the way, for it to be out of recovers, because this is about the perfect HP that I want it to be before it runs out of moves. It used to be barrier. I see. Yeah, Blastoise has been killing it. If it's out of PP too, Blastoise is just going to sit here, so I may just swap out. Ooh, 3 shakes. 3 shakes! And it still has recover, so hopefully it doesn't have many more, because down to my last waterfall here. I'll probably get it below half health with this in strength. Okay, that's perfect. Again. Alright, Gucci, settle down, please. But yeah, this would be a really great time to run out of recover, at least. If it has other moves, that's fine, but don't use recover, please. Oh, and there we go. So you know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Krabby. Oh, this is a fever dream, isn't it? If it's out of PP too, Krabby's just gonna sit here unless it hits it with struggle. There's no minute for capture. Technically, there is minute for capture, Hallier, but it's a lot harder, and you have to kind of keep that in mind before the encounter starts to actually do it. So in practice, it's just not very good. Oh, okay. Well, Krabby, you lasted. You lasted a couple turns. Let's send out Arrow. Arrow needs some love too. Why not? That was your pick, right, Utah? Let's let Arrow sit out here for a minute. Maybe it'll last longer than the crab. Are we getting pterodactyl supremacy over crab supremacy? Oh, actually, I think they lasted about the same amount of turns. So, never mind. All right. So, I do need to, just in case something happens, revive you. It may only have Swift left, which is really good because Magneton can take that. So we might be in a very ideal position. Still doesn't mean we're going to catch it, because if it runs out of PP, we're probably going to have, like, with this amount of health, it's going to be at least 40 more Pokeballs, which is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. The chances are still pretty low that I'll actually catch it, but... yeah, our bravest soldiers slaughtered in cold blood. So now I think we're all set. I hope it doesn't have recovers left. If it does, that is annoying, but it's fine. But otherwise, yeah, we might just be chilling, chucking balls for a little while. Because Swift has a lot of PP too, and I don't think it's used Swift very much. Yeah, Gucci, I'm way ahead of you. I've thought through it. I'm not gonna recklessly endanger this shiny Mewtwo encounter. The only thing this Mewtwo does not dominate at is its attack. Even though it's a 15 IV, it's modest, so it has lower attack, and Magneton resists, so pretty ideal spot. That's true. If Arrow had pressure, it could have taken 2 Swift PP versus 1, so technically suboptimal, but it's fine. One less turn for the flex. It's okay. Yeah, I'm guessing because it keeps using Swift, that's its only move left. Reference was too meta. It's too meta for me. I don't understand. Oh, we are officially in struggle territory. So now Mewtwo is officially on a timer. Not that it technically wasn't already with its limited PP, but yeah, so for every time it successfully hits me with struggle, it is going to take some recoil damage. Luckily, I have it so that its accuracy is -6, so it's not going to hit a majority of the time, but it will hit occasionally. And when it does, yeah, it takes recoil. So between the paralysis and the -6 accuracy, I'm going to guess that I have about 40 Pokeballs I can use before it kills itself. Maybe I'll have more, maybe I'll have a little less. Just hard to say. But I think it's like a 30% chance that it will hit me with the accuracy, and then the paralysis is a 30% chance it won't be able to move at all. So a collective like 15%. Also, damn, 2 struggle hits already. That's significant. Oh, I see. I never watched Full Metal Alchemist. We gotta hope for those misses. I mean, statistically speaking, they're gonna happen. The misses are gonna happen. It's just, you know, exactly how many, hard to say. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I'll put it on my very long list of recommendations. I have a huge backlog of things people told me to watch. I guess we're just, this is where we are. You are right, Wheels. I could trick leftovers and get its HP back up. I just don't have that set up. So I think, you know, it's not terrible to redo the RNG anyway, so I think ultimately I'm just gonna, if it doesn't work out, you know, with the certain number of Pokeballs I use here, I'll just redo the encounter and we'll go through it all again. It's fine. Is it a little bit more tedious? Sure. But there's a chance that I get it in the first encounter or the first couple, and we don't need to worry. I don't even know if I have access to a Pokemon with Trick or the TM. I might. Yeah, Paprika, the catch is going to be the thing. Getting the shiny is not that big of an issue, but yeah, that's... I need to be really lucky with the catch, so... Appreciate the luck, though. Alakazam and Mr. Mime. So I have my Kadabras. Do they already know Trick? Or I guess I can probably... use a heart scale. Do I have a heart scale? I don't even know. I would have to look into it some, but that's a good point. Kadabra might be a useful asset there. But I would have to go all the way outside of Cerulean Cave and get all that set up and then come back. That's just a hassle, dude. Tell you what, if I fail this attempt, I'll see about setting up the trick strat. Yeah, I'll see about it. We would, of course, have to eliminate one of our Krabby or Aerodactyls, though, in the party. Trick is learned at 43. Yeah, the Kadabra, I caught them in the 60s. So they either already know it or I need to relearn it, reteach it to them. Yeah, of course, Scoochie. As you all know, I'm very unfamiliar with Cerulean Cave, so It's a struggle every time because I'm just a noob. The soldiers. Who's the soldier? Am I the soldier? Are the Pokemon the soldiers? We gotta keep Krabby. I know, I know. Thank you, Utah, for your sacrifice. But again, hey, maybe we'll catch it before it dies. That's not a foregone conclusion. I know how important Krabby is to everyone here. The thing about, let's see, I probably do need to get a second leftovers, don't I, if I'm going to use the trick strat. So, if I do set that up, I'll need to get the Kadabra, get the second leftovers, because the leftovers I have now is from Fire Red, so I do have the other one I can get. And I'm pretty sure... Ooh, 3 shakes! Another 3 shake fake. We got 2 of those now. Yeah, it'll take a second to set that up, but it'll probably be worth it. So I don't have to do the RNG more than twice. Hype Shiny Trico today? No, we're not doing Hoenn today. I have all the Pokemon I need to evolve first before we do anything in Hoenn. We're going to have Kanto 100% fully pristine and polished before we do anything with Hoenn. But, gorgeous, I am also very excited to move on to Hoenn for many, many reasons. The only downside is the number of playthroughs I'll have to do. It's kind of insane. All thanks to Deoxys. There's 2 lefties in the game? Well, then we have even more options. Because the lefties I have is not even from this game, so... You're hyped for the Evolution Marathon? Yeah, nothing more exciting than EXP grinding, right? Yeah, Trick is in Gen 3. It's just incredibly niche, because, like, when do you ever see it? Like, in a normal playthrough? Probably never. Route 12 and 16. Thank you, Awkward. But hey, listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We could still catch this thing before it dies. We need to revive Krabby. What I'll do, Caddy, is by the time we get to like 1 HP on Mewtwo, I will revive Krabby and send it out. So that if Mewtwo dies, it'll be dead with Krabby. Krabby and Mewtwo will die together. How about that? Sound fair? Bring the coat. Krabby of all time. That's pretty good. There are quite a few Marxist gym leaders, actually, if you didn't know. I'll leave it to you to guess which ones. which ones are commies. Yeah, that was taken many different ways. Lefties. All the Marxists are in Hoenn. Okay. Interesting. Mewtwo's right-handed? What makes you say that? I can't imagine why you'd come to that conclusion. Oh no, Gucci's on a roll now. Yeah, you're onto something there. There's a certain demographic in her gym that may lead to that conclusion. I feel you. But does sexual orientation really lend itself to political ideology? I mean, I guess there's somewhat of a correlation there, but... Surge 8. Yeah, Surge probably at the very bottom in whatever list you're creating there. That's pretty safe to say. So we've established the first and the last. Filling it out is probably going to be tougher. I don't know though. Giovanni, you know, his like anarchy style, that could lean more towards, he could be like anarcho left or anarcho right. It does, like, it could be both or either. I guess he's probably not like a, you know, a freedom fighter or anything, so probably less likely to be on the left, but you know, you never know. Yes, emphasis on the generally Utah. There are plenty of exceptions to that. I see. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You think Blaine could be down there? Ooh. What is that, the third 3-shake fake? We're pretty damn close. Giovanni's def anti-cap? Okay. See, like, it could go both ways. It's really hard to say. Yes, Aqua Dragon. I have things set up so that it's -6 accuracy and it's paralyzed, so it's not likely to hit the struggle, but if it does, there's nothing I can do about it. And I need to catch it in a Pokeball for the challenge. So, if it dies, it dies. That's, I have to accept it. We're already kind of brainstorming, like, a better way to set it up for the next attempt, but... yeah, it's unfortunately what we gotta do. How many balls have we used? I started at 300 something, so we've used over 100 at least. But I haven't been keeping close track of it. Here, I'm gonna check the stats again for the catch odds. Alright, let's see. Let's do Cave of Dragonflies, a solid website here. Alright, Mewtwo and a Pokeball with... ooh, another 3-shake fake. Damn. Damn, dude. Status paralyzed. Alright, so I have a 1.2% chance of catching every ball, and I have a 95% chance of catching this thing within 242 balls. So I haven't hit that. So it would be pretty lucky probably for me to catch this the first encounter. Lance, neoliberal centrist. Okay, I honestly don't know how to base this these assessments anymore, but okay. Why not? All right, we're getting close. Someone remind me to revive Krabby when Mewtwo's at 1 HP. Why do I only have Pokeballs? Because this challenge is all about catching everything in a Pokeball. It is a self-imposed rule. I have a Master Ball, but I don't want to catch anything in a Master Ball. So it's partly to keep everything even, also partly to add a little bit of difficulty, too. It's not the easiest thing to catch everything in a Pokeball across all of Pokemon, so... By the way, if you'd like a summary of the rules, or if you want to check out the project spreadsheet, which has a more detailed description, you can type !Olaf or !Rules in the chat. And that'll give you a good jumping off point. Yeah, no, I can hear the conviction in the words you're typing somehow, Gucci. I don't know. Okay. That's like 2 HP. That's not 1. So it's got 1 more hit on me. We are nearing the end, folks. With 1 more struggle hit, I will revive our sacred good luck charm. Lorelei, an anarcho-socialist? Yeah, makes sense. I don't know why it makes sense, but it makes sense. Okay. If Mewtwo dies, it's fine. We'll be so much more prepared next time. So much more. It's a not hitting struggle, so we're making it through. I think we've reached 140 balls used, so 100 more and we'll have a 95% chance of catching. Let's do Pokemon. Oh god, we'll be here all day if we do that. Okay. It's down to 1 HP. And while this is suboptimal, I made a promise. And I'm going to stick to it. Krabby, show us what you got. Unless Mewtwo just... Okay. Krabby's going to at least be sent out. Alright. Your foe is weak. Get him, Krabby. Oh, damn. That was the last hit, wasn't it? Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's still alive. Well... Okay, I sent out Krabby again, so that's good enough, right? That's good enough. Let's just keep chucking balls. I honored my promise there. Okay, people, settle down. Settle down now. Yeah, that's it. So long, Mewtwo. Ooh, I leveled up. Okay, just before I reset, I just want to check how many Pokeballs. Alright, 159. 159 Pokeballs. I guess we're setting up the trick strat. Alright, I'm gonna log this somewhere. 159. Let me get my calculator out, because why ever do mental math? 307 minus 159. So we used 148 Pokeballs there. So that's something. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's do it right. No more half-assing it. Alright, first things first, where is the item finder? Because I don't think I have it. Yeah. Somebody tell me where the item finder is. Item finder is. That was one ball for every Pokemon in Gen 1? Yeah, pretty much. Only 2 short. Had we not sent out Krabby, we would have actually hit 150 exactly. Everything short of Mew. Okay. Arrow. You did nothing. Which is okay. And let's see if you please already have Trick. That would be really nice. You already have Trick. Great. So now let's just pick the one that has the highest defense, maybe? Not that it's going to be 36. Damn, these defense stats are awful. But it looks like it's this one. This 52. Is it Spadef high as well? Oh, it's lowest Spadef. Not that it matters. I'm not going to be using the Trick Strat until it runs out of PP anyway, so yeah. It's technically optimal to use this one here. Gotta pretend like I don't care, yeah. Aid between Celadon and Saffron. Thank you, Awkward. Route 11. Celadon. Wait, hold on. Okay, right. Here? Wait, no, you said Route 11. Alright, let's just see. Yeah, Gucci, come on now. Oh, wait. Awkward, were you not on point? Okay, Route 11. Okay. I've been bamboozled. Alright, Route 11. Right over there, okay. I don't think I've battled any of the trainers here, so I do need to avoid them. And just as I'm saying that, I walk right in. This is good, though, because it'll level up my Magneton. It probably needs a level. So, in a roundabout way, this is actually good. Yeah. So Magneton has an extra level, which may come into play, I don't know. This bit is tearing us apart. It is. I don't know how much more I can take. All right. Alright, and I've not battled the other Snorlax that's closer to here. And I don't want to, so I'm going to instead fly to the other one. And get the leftovers there. The lefties, as we say, right? There we go. All right. Who knew we'd actually be setting this up optimally, huh? Who knew we'd be going this deep? All for Mewtwo. Yeah, I had never used the item finder either until I got my first leftovers in Fire Red. Okay, let's see if I learned. Cerulean Cave. Oh. Have I learned the layout yet, or not? Max repels are at the top. Did I choose right this time? Well, would you look at that? I learned a thing or two. Yeah, I knew Gucci. I knew you were on my case. Actually, hold on, let me do this. Okay. Now, let's do it again. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it again. Because I got a feeling. And the only prescription is more shiny Mewtwo. That was a combination of several references. I don't know if you all know the hype that was Mew 3 back in the day. There was a ROM hack that I played that had Mew 3 in it, and I was, like, mesmerized. Tonight's gonna be a good night, that's right. Peak efficiency. Well, if I get this first try, let's see. That's the most efficient thing I can do. Damn. No point in checking. I'll just keep getting it till I get it. Mew 3 and Peekaboo were never a thing? Well, I understand the Peekaboo, because that was just kind of like a rumors-based thing. Mew 3 is more of like a legend. It's the next logical conclusion, you know? There's a Mew and a Mew 2. What's stopping them from making a Mew 3, right? Now, Gucci, that's high praise. I would never compare myself to Wolfie. Yeah, the lettuce difference, I don't know. I don't know how the lettuce difference factors in here. Time will tell. Second try is not bad. Not bad at all. All right. That's cool. You can do that. The only thing I don't want to see is 2 psychics right now. Don't use psychic twice right now, please. Okay, cool. I think we got pretty lucky last time with these smoke screens. Let's see if we can keep doing it. All right, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Don't kill me. I've only used 3 smoke screens. 4. You're counting recovers. Thank you, Gucci. That's not as necessary anymore, but I appreciate it. Say the word when Mewtwo is out. All right, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Perfect. We still got all the smoke screens in. So we've been pretty lucky, I think, with both of these encounters. And it's spamming encounter, not encounter, recover first, which is really nice. Yeah, with Blaze, maybe I should not have used Flamethrower there, because that a crit would have killed, but that's okay. All right. What am I doing? I don't need to do anything else. You're all set up. He's too swift for my smoke. Very nice. How are you, Sergio? I haven't seen you in a while. Okay, and honestly, I actually probably want Blastoise out to take its health down a little bit, so I'll swap and get you out here. The more psychics you miss, the better. Absolutely. I guess it's not the worst thing to go ahead and get the recovers out of the way. I'm great. Very excited to have this Mewtwo. If I can catch it, that is. I think with the setup, you know, 300 more balls, 307 more balls to be precise. That's how many more chances we have on this encounter, and that's pretty dang good. That puts us over a 95% to capture. I'm pretty sure when I caught the normal Mewtwo, it took over 400, which is actually on the higher end, so odds are I'll catch this thing this time. Could be jinxing myself, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, getting past the egg mayhem was probably the most joy I've ever felt in my life. No, not that dramatic, but it's really nice to be done with that. Yeah, I think all in all it was worth it. Oh, see, Gucci, yeah, all of our wires are crossed here. Seven tries? Damn, dude. 7 tries is nuts. But I guess in a luxury ball, you'd have to, right? Hope I beat your numbers? Yeah, I hope to God I beat your numbers too. I mean, 7 tries, 7 times 69. I don't know what that's probably still a little bit higher than what it took for me the first time with regular Mewtwo. There's too many bedlams, okay? Now we're all confused. I made 10 recovers now. Okay. 2 shakes. Touche. No, I'm just in free association mode right now. Oh, 7 attempts to land on it. Well, that sounds like a lot. That's a lot better then. You got really lucky. I see. So you were certainly prepared. I got you. Oh, fourth three shake fake. I just love the move recover. It's my favorite thing. Ooh, are you going to survive that? Well, not a crit. Definitely not a crit. All right, Magneton. Show me what you got. Yeah, Wheels, I feel you. Pokeball supremacy, unless I have a specific thing in mind for it. Oh yeah, a Sableye with Substitute would be a useful tech too, actually. If Mewtwo hits a Substitute with Struggle, does it take Recoil? If not, that would be a full, like, way to avoid that. Recover S20. We got to be getting close to that limit, right? Okay. I mean, if Magneton dies, it dies. That's fine. Yeah. Eh, maybe I should use a heal item now. Probably be optimal. Max potion. There you go. You count 13. Damn, we still have 7 more recovers. It's a shame. Yeah, 32 recover PP is insane. All right, that makes 14, right? 6 more. Oh, you're landing these psychics, aren't you? Love that. Love that for you. Here, I'll switch to try attack since you're probably going to use recover again. Oh, no, you're going for the kill. Mewtwo ain't playing around. Yes, Pokeball, shake. Shake, 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 please. All right, that's 15. $16. $17. All right, I don't have any other moves to weaken you. Do I have an elixir or whatever? Oh, max ether. Fully restores the moves, yeah. Well, let's use the sparks first before I do that. $18. $19. All right, one more. And, well, actually, no, I think I'll just go ahead and use it. Learn to count with Mewtwo on Teachy TV. There you go. Highly educational broadcast. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Wait. Yeah, okay. It's whatever. Because you're just going to use recover again, right? So... It really wants to save that last recover. It knows the end is inevitable. Exactly, Gucci. I'm going to trick leftovers after it's lost a decent amount of health, get it back up towards halfway point, and then trick it again. And then rinse and repeat. That would be funny. Also, I'm starting to suspect that's what happened, because, I mean, why is it not used recover yet? It's probably out of psychics. Maybe. It's only using Swift. Perhaps something was miscounted. Simply peek into the memory. I don't know how you would do that while the game is playing on the system, but... Well, if it does have a recover left, at least I'm taking advantage of this situation right here. Alright, we know it has Safeguard too. At least Safeguard and more Swifts. Maybe that's his last move. Maybe we did miscount with the recovers. Or maybe that was my fault. Maybe I was out of sync with chat. Because that's what it's seeming like, is that it doesn't have anything else. We got a lot of NB representation. Just two. True. Oh, wow, okay. It's an interesting, interesting coincidence there. Oh, you still got Swifts. So you might still have a recover. Do I have a plan for struggle or... Oh! Hey, let's go! We did it! We didn't even have to use Trick. Wow, we didn't even make it to struggle. That's awesome. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. It's over, yeah. Whew! That was something. But look, this modest Mewtwo with... Look at this special attack stat. It's insane. 266. But yeah, that's a wrap, y'all. We have all the Kanto Pokemon. At least all of them captured. But yeah, quite a lot to do with the evolutions, but what to say? That was really cool. Yeah, I didn't even spent all that time setting up the cadaver. Didn't even use it. All right, let's get out of here. Oh wait, no, not that. Escape rope. Did it have a recover? I guess we'll never know. We can maybe go back and look at the footage, but yeah, I don't think it did, but maybe it did. Just from my own personal curiosity, let's see, 254. All right, so 148. 4 minus 307. 53 plus 148. So we caught it in 201 Pokeballs, which is actually a lot luckier than I would think, because 242 is getting to the 95% threshold. And considering it took over 400 for the other Mewtwo, I think it's well deserved. Oh, I can check the moves, that's right. Well, let's see. Any recover PP left? No. It was out of recover PP, so that makes sense then. Alright. So, Mewtwo, take your seat on your throne. And Krabby MVP right here. Didn't really get sent out this most recent time, but you were definitely involved. You were there for emotional support. This goes back here. And why not just put everything back for the time being? All right, people. Let's feast our eyes for a moment. Actually, you know, why not Actually, I probably don't want to scroll through everything until it's all evolved. But we can just take a moment to appreciate the full boxes, all shinies, all the forms, everything. It's all here. And isn't it beautiful? All these shinies here. In Pokeballs. They're all in Pokeballs, by the way. By design. And yeah, so we got some work to do with the leveling up, but this is nice. This is really good. I don't know why these are here, but let's just put them out there. The gang's all here, in every sense of the word. Okay, but first of all, give it up for the Abras, everybody. Couldn't have done it without the Abras. The real MVPs. Okay, so I'm thinking best way to knock out some trainers will be with my two guys there. And, yeah. It's time to evolve some peeps. That Charmander, that Bulba, Charmander, both of these Squirtles. No, wait, not both. Yeah, both. No, just one. And I need to evolve both of these Caterpie into Butterfree. Now let's start with that one. All right, we're going to get to it. Thank you all. It's been fun. Now, yeah, I guess I'm just going to start with the level grinding. I need to do this for the shinies and the regulars. Oh, I'm already where I need to be. Do I have the EXP share? That's probably what I need to grab to make this fast. There, yeah, I do have it. I don't have Lucky Egg. I think the time it would take to get it is not worth it. But if you have a different opinion on that, please let me know, because I could go for it. Oh, I can't surf there? All right. Wait, is that where I just... Okay, hold on. The transfer stream will be something, that's true. It'll be a minute. Alright. Yeah, it'll be a waste of time. That's what I thought. It's not optimal to spend so much time looking for the lucky egg. A nugget. Yeah, honestly, I probably won't even need the Shiny Charm in Gen 5 since RNG is so easy. We might as well take out a couple of these trainers along the way. The real Shiny Charm is Krabby. Seems like you're right. Alright, shame I don't have... What's his face sent out first? Oh god, okay. No, we're not playing this game. I'm not playing this game with you. Oh, she has Chansey? That's, worth looking into then. Of course I'm gonna eat that nugget. Any Blissey trainers? Not that I know of. That is quite the tagline, gorgeous. Can I get Ivysaur in one go? Probably by the end of this trainer, yeah, actually. Oh yeah, I'm getting Ivysaur. Oh, you know, I got so carried away. I didn't even add to the counter. Let's go ahead and do that. 354 out of 354. And boom. Spreadsheet is complete for Kanto, at least for Fire Red and Leaf Green. I'll deal with you later. Oh yeah, we are doing this thing. And over-leveling Bulbasaur by a little bit, but that's okay. So yeah, today I'll do a few evolutions, and it'll take probably a few more streams worth to get everything evolved, and then after that, we're moving on to Hoenn. Can I record mix to set up a Blissey base in Hoenn? Yeah, that would actually be probably pretty optimal. Oh, it's going to be at the bottom every time. That's annoying. Yeah, once... I mean, having Fire and Leaf Green completely completed is going to be a very useful resource for all future runs. Because this was the first game, therefore, I didn't have a lot... I didn't have access to anything outside of the playthrough itself, but Ooh, defense curl strat. I don't think that's going to be enough, though. Oh, damn, it survived. Well, maybe you were right to use defense curl. I just want to get these rock smash PP. Use them for something. Oh, just one short. In that case, I'll probably give this to you. And I'll switch train. Where's that, oh, I'll battle you, whatever. What is origin form? It basically means getting every Pokemon from its native generation in the earliest game possible, not including the Virtual Console games, which I would consider part of a future generation versus an actual representation of Gen 1 and 2. So basically Gen 3 and on, home region earliest game, which actually means that for the Johto Pokemon, I'm going to be catching those in Gen 4 in Heart Gold and Soul Silver because the Johto region is nowhere to be found in Gen 3. I got all the starters via different save files. That was at the very start of the challenge. I got all the shiny starters as my first entries. Oh, okay. A little excessive, but that's fine. Wait, are we not going to get... Are we going to get 2 evolutions, or are we just going to get 1? I don't know if I've ever been in that situation where 2 evolutions are supposed to happen at the same time. Oh yeah, it just goes back to back. Yeah, shiny War Turtle, not looking very different, is it? Alright, so I probably won't even make it down to the ace trainers that I had in mind. Well, actually, you know what? I don't even need to give you EXP share. I'll just switch train you with the next trainer. That'll be plenty. Yeah, there are plenty of trade evos to be done. Machamp, 2 Alakazam. What else? Golem. All that. Oh, that sucks, Gucci. I wonder why the Everstone is more elusive in that game. Each Bidoof after the 7 deadly sins, that's funny. Yeah, that does sound annoying, constantly canceling the evolutions. I maybe should have allowed her to step forward, but that's fine. Alright, these are the ace trainers that I had specifically in mind. One thing I do want to check, I don't want to battle them just yet. If there was a PC in here, that'd be great. There is not, that's fine. So I'll still have to travel up every time I need to swap out the Pokemon. So let's see, yeah, why don't I just switch train into some wild Pokemon to get this Metapod evolved. Yeah, that's what most people know me for. Also, level 15, what the hell? That's a really low Pokemon. I just need to escape. Pal World only allows for 5 party members. That's sacrilegious. Alright, that's better. I can work with that. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, with the limited options of Bidoof, you had to have specialized roles for each to make it through. Yeah, the shiny Metapod is a mood. It looks really nice. Yeah, I don't understand that decision. Shiny Butterfree, though, also a vibe. I like how the wings in this generation are also tinted a little red, whereas in the future, it's the sprite is has white wings. If that is the case, that would be a very nice homage. Maybe I only need Charizard. Well, I'll keep Blastoise for now. Alright, so you're gonna get evolved. You're gonna get evolved just once. And you're going to become Pidgeot. Venusaur in the PC, yeah. I think we've had enough of Venusaur, don't you? So long, Exodia. Nice knowing you. My personal starter pick. I usually tend to pick water starters by and large, but my favorite, technically the first starter I ever picked, because I played Ruby, was my first full playthrough. My first starter was actually Trico, because I liked lizards, and I still do like lizards. So I have a fondness for Trico, even though everyone knows Mudkip is the optimal pick if you're trying to get through the game. Also, what's with all these, like, pre-evolutions? Aren't there evolved Pokemon here that I can actually get some experience from? Isn't that a thing? I don't want to mess with you, actually. Totodile, yeah. Totodile's peak. What can I say? Alright, let's see. Char, Cyndaquil, Torchic, Turtwig, Snivy, Froakie, Popplio, Grookey, Crocolore. Is that what it's... I can't even remember what that one is called. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, this is going to be overkill on the Butterfree, but oh well. Yeah, I wouldn't universally attach it to a specific type, but generally speaking, like, in the grand scheme, I pick water starters above all else. Yeah, Fuecoco, that's the first one. Popplio Gang. For Gen 7, I am Rowlet Gang, 100%. I love that little owl guy. Oh, damn, awkward. Your list is almost identical to mine. I would say the only difference is I would pick Fuecoco over Quaxley, but that's pretty crazy. That's like almost spot on for mine. Now let's... They peaked with Gen 7 starters? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of what's the evolution of Sobble? Inteleon. I'm not a big fan of how they made Inteleon, but I like Sobble, and I like the final forms of Scorbunny and Grookey. So I'd say it's a solid generation, Gen 8 for me. And Gen 9's okay too. Voikoko is my personal favorite. I think still leaves a little to be desired. And then there's yeah, those are all the starters since then. Oh damn, that frickin' Weedle's not high enough to evolve. Yeah, Sprigatito's solid. I'm not a big fan of Quackquaval, however you say that. Gen 5 truthers. I mean, Samurott is awesome, Snivy is interesting, and Emboar is Emboar, so nothing more to add there. Damn, my back itches. My back is so itchy, why is that? Yeah, Kakuna really leaves something to be desired compared to Metapod, doesn't it? Oh, that's interesting. The music plays in between, too, even though there's two evolutions. You think Galar had the consistently best Pokédex? That's a fair take. True. Very true, Gucci. Oh wait, I don't need to switch train if... Let's see. I'm just gonna beat a wild Pokemon. Yeah, Gen 5 really grows on you. In most senses. Bees! Slash wasp. It actually looks more like a wasp, but... Purloin Appreciator? You don't see many of those. Alright. Oh yeah, I guess it is more of a Hornet. Oh, this is a double battle. What the hell? Okay, well. You don't see many of those, do you? Damn, that didn't kill? It's insane. Damn, dude. Would I rather Black and White Remake, Black and White 3, or Legends Unova? I'm always down for a new Legends game, but Black and White 3 would be really cool as well. I think they should really consider Black and White 3. Oh, good job, Charizard. Way to go, buddy. Okay, Pidgeot. It's gonna take a second probably to get you up there. Yeah, if you're a BDSP enjoyer, no offense, but I don't take your opinion as seriously. No offense. No offense. Alright. Let's check out this first Ace Trainer. If I don't need Blastoise in my party, it may just be a Charizard situation to take on these guys. Oh, wow. That's not good for Charizard. Maybe I will need both. Good. Well, sure, of course, BDSP has the nostalgia. Of course, of course. Oh, wow, this is quite the varied team. If only I had a good moveset. Would Surf be better, actually? Ah, you disabled my Surf. You fool. Oh my god. Dude. Our Ace Trainers are part of the LGBTQ community. How far we fallen. You disabled it again? Get the hell out of here. Alright, that's got to be torrent range, right? So I can use that for the next few. Alright. Pidgeotto is ready. Straight but laissez-faire about most things. Okay. Works for me. Damn, I can't keep up with y'all. I didn't know that's what the direct translation meant. That's interesting. Look at that golden bird. Solid gold right there. Gucci, you should be surprised if I believe anything you say now. Okay, all of you all are set. So this first box is completely finished. Oberon Boggs, thank you very much. These are stone evolutions. I'll save them. I do need to level up all these Nidorans to Nidorinos. Nidorinos and Nidorinas. And then we'll do the stones after. Ah, you're a fluent French speaker. Nice. I don't know enough French to check you, so... I haven't battled you yet. Are you a member of my fan club? Why is counting fucked up? What level does Nidoran evolve? Allow to do, okay. I know laissez-faire, I didn't know the direct translation. I know avant-garde means leading the charge, right? That's where that comes from. That's the only French I know, other than like super basic bonjour. And I once knew how to say happy birthday. I wouldn't pronounce it correctly though, so I'm not going to do it right now. Au revoir, bonjour. You have 4, 20, 10, 9 apples of the earth. Interesting. I have no context for that. No understanding of what that means. I'm not gonna do anything with you. Gucci, that's insane. Is that true? Are you actually BSing me right now, or is that actually how French counting works? Oh, apples of the earth are potatoes? That's kind of funny. So you're saying the Belgians fixed it? And they were just like, nah, we're not going to go along with that? That's annoying. I know I'm a frequent bullshitter, but trust me on this. Okay. All right. If I'm fooled again. Fool me once, shame on you. Okay. Do I need to have specialized teams to deal with these guys? I'm gonna see what level the Nidorans evolve. Oh, damn, that didn't kill him one. Oh, it's level 16. So I'm over leveling a bit here. Oh, it almost took itself out. Yes, Caddy, you'll be a useful resource for those playthroughs. Although I probably won't even need to read the text. I can probably just fumble my way through. Oh, I don't even want to know about the Chinese situation. Oh, I see. Different zero counts. I could see how that could throw you off. No, not the lucky punch. Dear God. There we go. All right, and so now these trainers have been battled, but I can heal myself. Right? Somebody heals me. What the hell? Okay, I do a chancy dance and then I get healed. That's interesting. All right, and so now let's use the Versus Seeker and see if we can't get one of these guys to rebattle us. Oh, they both will. Good. Yeah, Nidoqueen is a crying shame. Oh yeah, when you're learning a language, you're gonna mess up a lot. That's part of the process. Oh, that doesn't do anything. What the hell? Ah. Dude. Yeah, Charizard and Blastoise are going to be gaining some levels with this one. Oh, how does Aerial Ace do more than Flamethrower? I guess because I'm jolly. Yeah, speaking with native speakers is usually the way to go. Oh my god. Can you not do that, please? Oh, Dugong has thick fat. That makes sense, yeah. Good call. Alright, how can I make this more optimal? I can send you out for fodder. And then just... yeah. Yeah, that's impressive, Gucci. That level of fluency in those two languages specifically. Those are not easy languages. What's the move here? I probably can't. Oh, well, you... Will it still evolve if it's fainted? I think it will, right? I'll set the mode to switch after this, so that I can do this a little bit more efficiently. Don't want to give up any EXP. I mean, I'm sure full immersion is really helpful, but also not very practical. So that's good. I have 6 rare candies, and I will use them in the right circumstances. Hopefully. Yeah, I know media consumption helps a lot with learning a language. Watching and listening. No! Why does it keep going to that slot? Alright, I'm gonna change my settings to shift. Oh, and I also might as well... Wait, I don't want that. Yeah, let's just keep that how it is. And we will start with you in the front. Oh, does me stepping into this house reset the Versus Seeker? Hopefully not, but it's okay if it does. Oh yeah, it does. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm sure STEM and science, you get a lot of exposure to Latin. Yeah, even broken communication is a valuable thing. I'm sure most people appreciate that. They appreciate the time and effort put in. Oh my god. That's an annoying move. Utah, don't be so hard on yourself. The struggle is what makes it worthwhile, isn't it? If there was no struggle, what would we all be doing? Just, nothing of significance. Oh, damn. Didn't even finish. Okay. Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. I suppose my starters are not the best Pokemon, are they? If only I had some Surf PP. But alas. Alright, we got a couple Nidorinos coming up. I mean, Gucci, if you think about it, most people, when they learn their primary language, they are babies. So, stands to reason it might feel like you're reverting to a different time when you're learning a new language. That sounds cool. Having a clicking moment. Alright, as I said before, I'll save the stone evolutions for the end. Right now I'm just focusing on getting all the EXP. And all of these are stone evolutions. Stone, stone, stone. All right, so we're good there. Stone evolution. Poliwhirl. Is that a water stone? I can't remember. Yeah, it's a water stone. And these are trade evolutions, trade evolution, leaf stone, a lot of stone evolutions. These two need to be evolved into gravelers. So that's that. Anything else? Oh, these guys. Doduos into Dodrios. Oh yeah, you generally need some kind of incentive to keep studying, investing your time and energy into something like that. All right, let's... Okay, probably EXP to one of the Doduos and put you in front. Yeah, don't tie your worth to your performance in any one task, especially learning a language. Not that you're intentionally doing something like that, but I would advise against it. Oh, I probably should have switched. Damn. Can't even do half with that. Joke's on you, I was ready for this. Ah, come on, dude. Well. Now I can use Aerial Ace to finish you off instead. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, dude? This is what I get for having a Jolly Charizard. Not good at anything that I need it to be. Ooh, that's not very much EXP at all. Maybe I should just stick to the EXP share. This cool trainer's not acting very cool. Agreed. Not the coolest trainer I've seen. Zoinks. Alright, what is Blaze gonna get me here? Can I KO? I can, very cool. Oh, maybe I should have gone Flamethrower, because that'll be... Oh no, it's fine. Leroy! Why are you doing this to me, Leroy? I wish that I had a formal course on networking and programming. That would have been, I think, very helpful to the stuff I do nowadays, but it's cool. I'll just make it as I can. Ooh, close one. Gotta love confusion. Yes, put me in torrent range, why don't you? Yeah, I'm generally pretty bad at visual art of any kind. All right, those trainers mean business. I'll give them that. Do the chancy dance. Do the dancy chance. Well, that's technically true, yeah. The stream itself is art. I meant more like tactile stuff. Drawings, paintings, sculpting, that kind of thing. On a computer, there's a, you know, there's a lot more control of what you can do. Well, thank you, Gucci. More where that came from in terms of music, by the way. Stay tuned. My next video probably isn't going to feature it, but the following. Actually, the video about Kanto, about this situation, there will be some music involved, and I'm currently working on it. I think you're all going to appreciate it. Yeah, nothing beats, excuse me, nothing beats the precision of a computer. I was not a big fan of having to do the labs in school. One semester in college, I had 2 3-hour labs in one day. And then I had a, oh, bounce, interesting. Just don't paralyze me. And then I had, like a choir rehearsal after that. So it was like a lot of hours of class. I was dead on those days. Luckily, it was only once a week that I had that set up like that. Yeah, I couldn't live that nocturnal life. I need my sleep. I don't function well if I don't get at least 6 hours. All right, let's charge this thing up again. You're in college in 2013-ish? Not too far from me. I started college in 2015. I apologize. None of them feel ready for battle. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, same. I didn't take a break between high school and college. Oh, if I could only go back to 2015. What a time to be alive that was. Before certain dynamics in the US political sphere. God, that was amazing. Future was full of limitless opportunities. My venture into independence, just a beautiful time, all in all. Damn you, Ninetales. Should probably use Waterfall next time. You had so much hope. That was your first mistake. And cheap Taco Bell. Quite a lot of things to miss back then. A mere decade ago. Doesn't feel like it, but it's been over a decade. It's crazy. Alright, I guess we're going to be doing this Chancy dance for a hot minute. I was never a big Taco Bell eater, but it was the place to go late at night when I was in college, that's for sure. If you were out past 2 a.m., go to Taco Bell. Saved you many a time. The duality of Taco Bell. It is both a blessing and a curse. Mainly a curse on the bowels, but we don't need to go into that. Alright, is Doduo level 30 or level 32 for the Evo? It's level 31, very random. Okay, well. Oh, I was supposed to use Waterfall. It's okay. It's tripled in price in 10 years. That's sobering. $4, Jesus. It may be too painful to revisit some of these memories after all. After taxes. Dear Lord. $20.99, yeah. Welcome to the recession. DoorDash is another whole thing, isn't it? Lion's head meatballs. That sounds delicious. What is that? Oh my god. Did you really come up short from that KO? Honestly, dude. Charizard is killing me here. Okay, Charizard literally dead. Let's lower your defense first and then use some strengths. Ha! I got you. I totally baited you. That does sound pretty good. I do love me some pork. Oh yeah, most industries have not caught up with the appropriate wages, that's for sure. Damn, Gucci, you are setting me up perfectly for lunch. I was already hungry, now I'm feeling it. Uh-oh. Are you gonna die? Oh, shit. Well. Let's see if you can do something. Ooh, fly. Oh, you're not gonna survive that. Yeah, no freaking way. Alright, what about one of the Geodudes? Can you, finish it off? You probably don't have enough attack. Oh, actually self-destruct. Major key. Oh! You missed. Let's go. But nobody gets anything because, one with the EXP share. Yeah, that's a shame. Alright. Dance, Chansey, dance. Oh, I might as well go for this one first. Give anything not to be warm, I feel that. I definitely... That hits me where I live. Yeah, it's a nice touch, little dance. Most people probably wouldn't even use it. Alright, I've learned my lesson. Gonna have to use fly twice to ensure the KO here. Ooh, yeah. Not today, slow bro. Yeah, Taiwan during a heat wave does not sound very pleasant. Yeah, Texas also probably stinks right now. Oh yeah, Louisiana, okay. That's got most people beat. Yeah, Louisiana, that one's tough. You win the suffering award, unless I don't really know Taiwan as well. Maybe that would be more humid, but oh yeah. No, maybe Gucci has us all beat. Taiwan seems pretty rough for the humidity. Yeah, North Carolina's pretty bad for it. Doesn't seem like anybody is, anyone tuning in is anywhere near a dry area. We're all in humid places, respectively. And yeah, the world is burning. That is also kind of a relevant thing for everybody. God, I keep using surf when I need to be using the other one. Thank you for the clarification, Utah. Exactly. Just because the world is ending doesn't mean that we can't shiny hunt, am I right? Yeah, the presence of shiny Mewtwo has certainly tipped the scales a little bit more towards balance. Not that it's fully balanced, of course. The Golden Claws. If they'll ever make Shiny Pals, I don't know. If they are allowed to continue making games, I'm sure they'll consider something like that. Or maybe they'll make if they don't copy the alternate color palette directly, they'll do something else to make it unique. Marks failed to consider Shiny Mewtwo. Exactly. Now, if they were to do that, that might actually bring some heat. Nintendo would be like, actually. Yeah, that I've always thought that was cool, is that shiny was not a term given by Nintendo. That was invented by the community first, and then it was adopted. Ooh. Doduo's on the verge. How much more is left here? Oh, yeah, it's still... I probably should just go ahead and battle someone else. That's true, Jake, yeah. Shining was a term used in the TCG. And so is that the origin of the colloquial fan term for the games? I'm not sure. It's a good question. I don't know the lore that well. Yeah, I thought so too, Caddy. Otherwise, you would call it like a starry or something. Oh, you gotta love being outsped by Ninetales. Oh, can I switch with Fire Spin? Oh, it lets me switch. That's kind of funny. I didn't realize it would work that way. My hell is a world where Squarey is adopted. Well, thankfully, Square shinies were only a thing in Galar, so that's pretty contained either way. Yeah, Game Freak initially called them alternatively colored Pokemon, yeah. Which head is the tastiest? Oh god, that's a question. I don't even know. I'd have to look at the sprite. I think you can decide based on the facial expressions of each. I'm gonna say the one on the left head, leftmost head. Probably shouldn't speak to that, but... Happy one's less gamey? You're probably right. I kind of like a little game flavor, though. I don't mind it. Tension equals lower quality meat. That is, not something I've ever heard of or talked about, but... Every time. Every time I pick the wrong one. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know how independent heads can be free range versus not, but okay. Whatever you say. Be nice to Gucci. Everyone play nice. Alright, can we get this last Geodude over the hump here? Oh, probably not. We're so close, though. I don't think you could take on that Giraffe Rig on your own, so... Sure, I'll let you worry about the how. Oh, lovely. Gotta love confusion. Oh. Oh, well, I guess that wasn't supposed to level up anyway. We're certainly thinking about things. There should definitely be an Olaf potluck, yeah. The Grabbler. Okay, this last one will do it. It'll do it and then some. Pow World recipes in Pokemon Potluck, huh? You're lucky I'm lenient with the Pow World material. Oh, already. Okay. Well, I guess I just have to power through this trainer now. Marmoset slab steaks. Oh my god, Charizard, can you not? We don't even need to kill any of these Pokemon anymore. Is that gonna be in frickin' heal range? Curse you. Rocky Mountain Cloisters. Oh no. I fear Go-Goat would be involved in that. Oh, I figured that, well, that was stupid. Shouldn't have done that. Okay. Crit Rock Smash. Gunpowder sounds delicious. Rocky Mountain Clam Pearls. Yeah, that's probably equivalent. Crit but no confusion. We'll take that. Oh, here we go again. Give me a flinch. No. Okay. Well, now, let's see if anybody can handle this. Oh, you outspeed. Okay. Dojo for the win. Ooh, you learned Earthquake. Okay, I'll teach you Earthquake. I can't resist teaching you Earthquake. That boy fast, yeah. Very fast. I mean, it is based on like a Roadrunner, right? Shiny Pokemon definitely taste different. Not because there's any difference in the meat itself, but just the vibe. We got the Grabblers. A Roadrunner mixed with a Kiwi, yeah. Apt description. Here, hold on. I can't take the item? Jesus Christ, dude. Can you be any more inconvenient? Gen 3 PC. It's Grabbelin time? Sure, there's a certain sweetness there. Is the meat exactly the same substance? Yes. But does it taste all the sweeter? Of course. Something about it. Okay. What else do I have to evolve here? That I need to level up. Because this is stone. These are all good. These are stone evolutions. Okay, the Rhyhorns are next. Gotta get them Rhyhorn. Well, actually, I don't want that one. Those are my Rhyhorns that are gonna stay Rhyhorns. It's you. And you. So 2 Rhydons. And anything else in this box? Smoochum, but that's a friendship evolution. I'll have to play around with that. And Eevees. Oh, it'll be a fossil next. The fossils and the frickin' Dratinis. And then that's all for the Pokemon that need to be leveled up. So this batch of 4, this, and 2 of those, and then we'll be done with the shinies. Then we'll get all the stones. Smoochum's just level 30, Evo? Really? I thought it was friendship. Well, that's even better. All right, y'all. I'm hungry. All this food talk is really making me want to go eat. Also, I gotta use the bathroom. So I'm just gonna run off now, but thank you all so much for stopping in. This was great, and I'm so happy to be done with Kanto. For the catches, we do have some more leveling up to do. I'll pop in and out here and there in the next week to do that, and shortly after, we will be moving on to Hoenn, so get excited for that classic Hoenn vibe. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. A lot of Emerald. Maybe too much, but we'll cross that bridge. Anyway, thank you all, and have a great rest of your week.